Black Flame candle, yes, from Hocus Pocus. This one smells really spooky and good. I love the fragrance that I chose for this one. It suits it very, very well, I think. And no, the candle will not be made from the fat of a hangman.
It's LeahMouseVlog, LeahMouseVlog, it's LeahMouse's vlog.
Good morning. We got crows, and I like crows. It's good inspiration for today. I'm working on designing the new Halloween candles for this year's lineup. Don't really ever think I showed you guys this part of the process, so I'm gonna show you guys my sort of creative process for this. And we're gonna go downstairs to my work area slash the kitchen counter. We're gonna make this happen. It's very early, Sunday morning. I've been up since about 6. It's currently 8 now. JJ's at work, I'm at work. This is my work. What I'm doing here, I posted a thing on my Facebook pages asking you guys what kinds of scents that you would like to see for the new Halloween candles. And I got loads of awesome suggestions. So, oh God, Houdini is here because of the technology that I'm holding. Yes. Hey sweetie, you just have to have all the attention, don't you? Yes, you do. She wants to help. Sorry, she's not in focus. Goodness gracious. Just let mommy work. Let mommy work. For the love of God. So anyway, I got some really awesome suggestions from people, and I had a few ideas of my own, obviously. But yeah, it was nice to see what people would like to see. You're still free to suggest things, not necessarily entire candle ideas, because I like getting one type of suggestion, whether it's a theme or just a specific fragrance or something like that, and then I kind of run with it. The creative process is my bread and butter. So whenever people tend to suggest like the entire candle to me, like the title, the colors, the fragrance, you know, and everything, I'm just like, well, you just took away my joy. That's Houdini putting the joy back into everything. No, I mean, like, it's great that you guys are full of suggestions and creative ideas, which is why I have the create your own candle option too, because I realize that there's lots of ideas that I could never possibly think of, and you guys have come up with some really, really cool custom candle creations when you order the create your own candle ones, and I'm just like, holy crap, that's an awesome idea. Why didn't I think of that? I really like making those. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. I haven't even had coffee yet, which is sad. I'm getting an arm bath here, which is desperately what I need right now. Thank you, sweetie. Aww. But anyway, so I ran with a few ideas and threw in some ideas of my own, obviously, and we got a pretty good lineup. I've got a list of 10 candles here in my little idea notebook. I'm not gonna show you right now because it's a secret for right now. I'm gonna get these out at the beginning of September, and I will run a sale because that's what I always do. And yeah, it'll be good. I'm actually doing kind of a new thing. I'm doing something new with the labels. I don't know if you guys have noticed lately, I've been making the labels a little bit differently. Like I do a background picture and make the fonts a little bit more stand out and stuff. Like I'm just doing the labels a little bit differently. And now I'm doing the candle pour, the layers a little bit differently too. We're gonna make these 3 layered candles. I know, I'm creating more work for myself. I don't know why I do this to myself, to be honest. Like my candles are normally double layered, and that's enough work as it is because I have to wait for the layers to cool and all that. And 3 layers is, well, it's gonna take even longer, but I think they'll look really cool, and it's just kind of going with the idea that I want. I made a list. What I did was I kind of just scrolled through the Facebook post. I scrolled through the Facebook posts and jotted down a bunch of suggestions that I thought were cool and wanted to go with. So Houdini is walking all over my work. So I made like a little vague list here of the titles. That's what I start with. I start with writing down the titles. And then I think about, okay, what colors would this be? And if I have to, I just sort of do some Google researching, look up things. Like normally I'm, you know, pretty good at coming up with stuff on my own. Like for example, like a pumpkin one's obviously gonna have some orange in it, you know, like a graveyard one's obviously gonna have some gray in it, you know, stuff like that. But I really sit down and I try to make the colors really work with the theme, you know. And then I think about, okay, what's that gonna smell like? So either I just kind of grab from the air, like again, obviously a pumpkin one is gonna smell like pumpkin, but a more ambiguous one, you know, like my graveyard fog candle, for example, like what's that gonna smell like? Well, it's gotta smell like a graveyard fog, so what's that gonna smell like? And I try to think about the notes that go into it, you know, it's gonna be like kind of a darker, muskier one. Obviously it's not gonna be fruity, it's not gonna be cinnamony, it's not gonna be, you know, like coffee or anything like that. You know, you gotta go for the more ambiguous scents that have like a musky undertone, like a sandalwood, which is what's in my graveyard fog, sandalwood, and then like a misty smell, which I painstakingly search through the list of fragrances from my supplier and just kind of read the descriptions and find one that suits, you know, the fragrance notes that I'm going for. And sometimes I hit a wall and I'm like, okay, I'm not really sure. I have an idea in my mind of what I want it to smell like, but I don't know. So that is when we walk over here to my fragrance area here. And I don't use all of these by any means. I probably use about half of these in the actual candles. Because sometimes when I'm ordering, I'll just scroll through and I'll see one and I'm like, ooh, that's a scent that I don't have on file, you know, and that seems like it would be good. So I order it just for future reference, just, you know, for use later if something fits it. So if I can't come up with something either on the list or just kind of in my head, I come over here and I just kind of go through and look and I'm like, okay, what haven't I used? What might work for this? So I'll grab one like, where is it? This one, for example. I just ordered this one. I was like, oh man, that would probably be perfect for one of these Halloween candles. It does smell right. It gives me that feeling, and if I do a scent combo and combine it with something else that I kind of already have in my head, I'm like, okay, this would work well together. This encompasses the feel of exactly what I want this candle to convey, and combined with the colors and the label and everything, this should be a perfect representation to really transport you to whatever it is that I'm trying to accomplish. And a lot of people have said that about my candles, and they leave reviews and they're like, oh yeah, this smells exactly like what it should smell like exactly. Like there was a review for, I think it was my Mansion Mist candle, and somebody was like, dude, yeah, like this smells exactly like what I would expect Mansion Mist to smell like it's exactly, it takes you there, you know? And I love seeing reviews like that because that's what I'm trying to accomplish. I don't just, you know, think like, oh, let's just make like a, I don't know, like a candle called Raven's Glen, and I'm never gonna make that, by the way, because that's a winery and I don't want to use that. So anyway, I'm just pulling stuff out of midair. I'm never gonna make a candle that's just like Raven's Glen. Obviously I'll make it black and I'll just like make it smell like, you know, peach or something. Like I don't just throw stuff together. This is a really lengthy creative process, and I really think about the colors and the fragrances that would complement the name and the idea that I'm going for here, which is why I am so proud of my little podunk candle business as compared to others. I mean, there's a lot of great candle companies out there who do similar things. They really put a lot of creative energy into it. They obviously do, and they come up with themed candles, and it's really cool. I like seeing that there are more of those as opposed to just the trite, you know, Yankee Candle stuff where it's just like pumpkin bread. It's orange. It smells like pumpkin bread. Like, that's all fine and good, but to me, that's just, it's just effortless, you know? I mean, maybe people like that, that's fine, but it doesn't give me any satisfaction at the end of the day, just knowing that I purchased a fragrance called pumpkin bread, threw it in a candle, called it pumpkin bread, and called it a day. Like, it just doesn't it makes me feel like a cheaty face. I don't know. So anyway, so I got my little list here. We are doing a few themes. We're doing, I'll let you in on a little bit of this, obviously. We're doing a couple of Hocus Pocus themed ones. We've got a couple more location, actually 3 location candles from Halloween/horror movies, the genre itself. We have got a couple of ambiguous ones just because that's what I do, you know, like not specifically tied to anything. They're just there. We've got another movie reference here, and we've got a couple of kind of standard fall fragrance things because I wanted to avoid these again because it seems like cheating. But if they're popular and people like them, I saw a ton of suggestions for both of these, and I was like, well, shit, if people want that, then I'll do it because I like that. I just kind of figured it was, you know, not within the realm of my normal MO, you know, for what I do specifically for my candles. But I do like them. I'm putting a little bit of a twist on them because that's what I do. But for the most part, they're gonna be pretty standard. And yeah, I'm really excited about these. So these will be available at the beginning of September. Hopefully, if my jars arrive in time and I can get it done, then I'll have a sale and you guys will see everything. And of course, as always, I usually do sneak peeks on my Facebook pages. So make sure you're following my Facebook pages, either my LeahMouse fan page, which is facebook.com/IamLeahMouse, or the Underworld Connection Facebook page itself, which is facebook.com/Underworld Connection. So if you follow both of those Facebook pages, sometimes I post on both, sometimes I just pick one. And then you'll find coupon codes and stuff there easily, and you don't have to wait for a video to come out to see it, and you can just see everything all in one place, and it'll be darn good fun. And then you can see sneak peeks of the new candles and everything like that. So I'm gonna get back to watching Goosebumps because that's what I put on in the background for spooky inspiration, because I don't have to pay attention to it because I've seen it a million times, but it's like gives the spooky vibe to get me in the zone. So I'm gonna go back to this, and hopefully you guys like the new Halloween candles. I'm really excited for them. I think they're really gonna be a good lineup. Yeah, I'm happy with these. So I'm gonna get back to this. Okay, so after a grueling hour of working out this entire list of name, color combinations, and fragrance notes, now I go into my photo editor thing, and this is where we design the labels. So I pull up a template. I'm just gonna pull up Fairy Garden here. And basically what I'm gonna do is for each candle I have created, designed, whatever, I'm gonna find a complementary font. Font means everything. And a complementary background photo. She's not up here until I pull the camera out. She's just all up in my business. You're gonna get fur all in my coffee. Come on now. No, Dean, I'm gonna pick up my coffee. This is my awesome, oh! that backfired. Oh my God, okay. Anyway, my awesome coffee mug there, my Pusheen coffee mug, Shannon gave me as a birthday present a few years ago, and it's wonderful. And apparently she does not want me to get any work done. Yes. Yes, I love you too. Listen to her purr. I think I should name one of my candles Naughty Kitty. I mean, she's not naughty, but you know. Curious Kitty. Curiosity killed the cat. Ooh, that's a good candle idea. I'll have to hang on to that one for later. Right now I've got my lineup completed. Anyway, so I go and I find a font, which takes a long time sometimes because I have to go into like these font databases. I have a very specific idea of what I'm looking for, what kind of font I'm looking, what I want it to look like and everything. Oh my God, Houdini. And I also have to make sure that it's available for, you know, commercial use, because a lot of fonts aren't. You have to pay for them or get the rights or something like that. So I have to make sure it's available for commercial use. Obviously I have to design it, and then I have to find the perfect background photo, which also sometimes takes a long time because I don't just grab the first thing I see. I go through pages and pages of search results with different search terms and everything just to make sure I got the perfect thing. And then I gotta figure out the scent description. I have to type out and figure out a good way to describe the fragrance and the thing, and then I have to type that out, and then we got a label. It usually takes about half an hour, 45 minutes to design one label. So like I said, it's been an hour and it took me that long just to make my list and get everything done. And then we're gonna be doing labels now. And then obviously, actually I have to physically make the candles, photograph them, create the listings. You know, this is gonna be like a week-long process by the time it's all said and done to get these new candles out here. Houdini, well, she got her claw stuck in the string for the friggin' Unipod. Anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this now while enjoying my awesome hazelnut coffee out of my Pusheen mug. Thank you again, Shannon. I can't get enough of this mug and what's inside it. And Houdini's finally leaving me alone, so I might actually be able to do this now. Oh my God, I have been looking for this one font for like 20 minutes. And when I find the fonts when I'm going through it, like I type in the title of the candle and then it shows the fonts in that text so I can see what it's gonna look like in those fonts, right? And I've scrolled through so many pages for this stupid pumpkin font that the word pumpkin is starting to not look like a word anymore, you know what I mean? It's getting really hard to process. Oh God. Oh, this is hard. Oh, goodness gracious. Yes, Houdini. And I found so many that I liked, but they're only for personal use, not commercial use. So again, gotta be respectful of that. But this is starting to get a little tedious and my brain is hurting and I wanna move on. So maybe I'll just come back to this one. Okay, it's been another hour. I got all the fonts. Now I have to find all the background images. Oh, I did not sleep nearly enough last night. But when there's work to be done, one cannot shirk the stuff. Quote of the day. Oh, the coffee does like nothing for me anymore. It's ridiculous. But if I have too much, well, we won't go there. What do you think, Scrappy? What does Scrappy think? With your little bad ears. So, I got all my new, oh God, there's things to do now, hold on. Okay, so I got all my new labels made and everything. Unfortunately, I can't make the candles yet because I'm down to 6 jars. There they are, right there. 6 jars. As of today, that's my candle list that I have to make. So they are spoken for. And I ordered more, but there's a bit of a dilemma because my normal supplier has been sold out of my jars for a little over a month now. And I had enough to sustain me and I went to reorder and yeah, they've still been out of stock. They're still out of stock. I checked. It's been an extra week that I've been checking at least. I had to go through a different supplier and they took a little bit longer to ship than normal. But maybe they'll arrive sooner, I don't know. But obviously I can't make the new candles without jars because I have to make them, to photograph them, to list them. So, but as soon as they arrive, I will be on it immediately to list them. The colors of the layers of these are gonna be super cool because they're gonna be, do I have an Ouija anywhere? No, shoot, I shipped out the Ouijas that I made. Okay, I will insert a picture of my Ouija candle right here. This is the color layer setup that's gonna be in all the new Halloween candles, just with different colors. It's gonna have like a thick bottom layer, thick top layer, and then a thin strip of layer in the middle with another color. That's what they're all gonna look like, color setup wise, layer, you know, setup wise or whatever. But I'll show you guys a couple of the labels that I made just to tickle your fancy, I suppose, here. I'm gonna go into my candle folder, candles, new candles, labels. All right, so some of the new Halloween candles we've got Wednesday, which is inspired by, you know, the Addams Family. Obviously, we got the Addams Family house in the background here. This smells like sour apple because one of my frequent buyers said that he would like a green apple / sour apple scent, and I agree because it's a nice smell, and I thought that that would work well for Wednesday because, you know, she's a devious sour little apple. We got Haddonfield, which is obviously the town in which Halloween takes place. This one smells really, really, really good. If you want like just the kind of air of spooky Halloween smell in general, this one's it. And of course we got the Mike Myers house in the background there. What's another one? Oh, this one's pretty cool. Paranormal Investigation. You can't really see it in the background here, but this is like a haunted abandoned asylum photo thing that I thought was really cool and will complement this really well. And yeah, this one smells really, really good too. The reason that I made the description a little ambiguous, the spooky aroma of abandoned hallways and ghostly apparitions, is because I don't know how else to describe it. Like, that's literally what it smells like to me. Like, I picked up this particular smell, which is ambiguous in itself. It's not a specific smell. It's not like, you know, lilac or jasmine or gingerbread. It's not a specified scent. It's an amalgamation of a bunch of different combination fragrances. And that's the aroma that it has to me. It's just kind of like you walk into a building, an abandoned building, to do your paranormal investigation, and that's the smell that it would have. It's not bad, it's not gross, it's not dirty or gross, but yeah, it's, I don't know how to explain it, but you know, that I thought that was cool. So I'll show you one more. I have 10 in the lineup, but I'll show you one more. This one I'm really happy about, you guys. Black Flame Candle, yes, from Hocus Pocus. So this one smells really spooky and good, and it's amazing. I love the fragrance that I chose for this one. It suits it very, very well, I think. And no, the candle will not be made from the fat of a hangman. So those are just some of them. The rest of them I think are gonna be really good as well. I'll run a sale too, so if you wanna head on over to my Etsy shop and my website, underworldconnection.com, and the links are in the description below if you wanna check it out. And I'll have a code for the sale, which I don't know yet because I haven't created it yet, but I'll post it in the description so that you guys can see it. So make sure that you open up the description and look at all of that. So I'm gonna go now. I got candles to package. They're all sitting over here waiting to go into their boxes to go to their new homes. And I'm gonna go about my day. So happy almost fall. I'm really excited for this year. It's gonna be a good year. It hasn't been a good year so far for anybody, but I'm positive that Halloween will be fun this year because why not, right? Okay, bye.